Drop a like to this video if you love Pawn Stars. Hey there everyone, what's up and welcome back to another video. Thanks to their impeccable popularity as TV personalities and successful pawnbrokers, the cast of History Channel's Pawn Stars has made enormous profits over the years. Here are 8 Pawn Star deals that went wronger than wrong. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on anything. Alright, let's get to it. Number 5. 1984 Chris Craft Boat. There have been times when Corey took a massive risk in business and then pissed off Rick and the old man. One example is the episode where he purchased a 1984 Chris Craft boat for $16,500 before an expert gave their opinion on it. However, fortunately, it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Rick and the old man later came to know that with an extra $4,000 of restoration cost, the Chris Craft boat could be worth $30,000, which was almost double of how much Corey spent on it. This was unfortunate news for the seller, Dino, though he as himself had bought the 1984 boat for $25,000, and upon knowing how much money the Pawn Stars made from it, he was definitely full of regret. Number 4. 1962 Lincoln Continental. This deal dates back to season 1 when a seller named Devin brought in a 1962 Lincoln Continental and demanded $13,000 to $14,000 for it from Rick and the old man. He explained how he had made an investment of time and money while repairing and maintaining the antique luxury car. That said, the interior of the car wasn't quite up to the mark, therefore Devin agreed to accept $9,500 for it. Rick and the old man deliberately offered a price like that, even though they were fully aware that the showroom price for the 1962 Lincoln Continental was at least $10,000. They took advantage of the desperate customer who really wanted to part ways with the classic car. Later, after spending an extra $15,000 on the car's restoration, the Pawn Stars were able to earn a profit of approximately $10,500 after Lincoln's new price reached $35,000. Number 3. 15th Century Samurai Sword. During season 7, a lawyer named David approached Corey with a 15th century samurai sword that was easily worth $10,000, meaning that the shop could garner an enormous profit with just one antique. Corey knew that such swords were worth thousands of dollars in the market, but he wanted to make sure the seller, who had little idea about how things work in the pawn business, doesn't get to know about this fact. Corey started off with a pointless offer of just $800, and at that point, David was tempted to accept, but he had to resist so that the offer continued to rise. In the end, Corey reached a maximum of $1,500, which was accepted by David, who was completely unaware of the fact that his samurai sword could at least easily be worth $5,000 to $6,000, if not a full $10,000. Moreover, if the samurai sword was restored and improved with $3,000, its value could even hit an enormous $15,000 as predicted by an expert. Number 2. Autographed screenplay for The Godfather. A customer named Diane walked into the gold and silver pawn shop with a copy of The Godfather screenplay that was autographed by Al Pacino himself. The leather-bound copy was carefully examined by Rick's handwriting expert John, who assured him that Al Pacino's signature was indeed authentic and revealed that the screenplay's price at an auction could reach a maximum of $1,000, not more than that. In spite of fully knowing this fact, Rick made Diana a seriously low offer of $500, which was quite disappointing for the viewers as well. Therefore, it comes as no surprise that Diana wasn't willing to settle for less, especially after John had confirmed Al Pacino's signature. She also explicitly told Rick that she would receive a much better price for the screenplay at a fundraiser, and she was absolutely right. Later on, she successfully earned a massive $12,000 and was obviously thankful to herself for not accepting Rick's lowball offer. Number 1. Signed baseball. In an episode, a customer named Clint approached the old man with a signed 1951 Yankee baseball. 1951 was Joe DiMaggio's final season and Mickey Mantle's first. It was also the year during which the Yankees won their 14th World Series. In order to authenticate the item, the old man called in Brenda, owner of the expert handwriting analysis, who confirmed that the baseball was in fact original and its value was quite subjective, depending upon the negotiation between the buyer and seller. Clinton demanded $3,000, but the old man was only willing to pay $800, and since that was his last offer, Clinton was forced to walk away. Turns out he made the right choice, since in 2017 a similar Yankees baseball signed by Marilyn Monroe was sold for $15,000, and according to experts, if her sign was missing, the baseball would still be worth $5,000 to $7,000. History Channel's famous Pawn Stars cast is surely great at earning profitable business while handling customers and making deals. Turns out, most of the time, their scam game is on point. This brings us to the end of our video, and we hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then let us know by liking the video. Stick around for more amazing content, as we'll be seeing you soon.